What is going on, guys? This is Mia and today I'll be reviewing some of the shittiest cards I've ever read in my entire life. It's actually hilarious how garbage they are. But before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe, and now brace yourself for for this epic trash. At least it's epic though. Soul Energy Max, normal trap. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control Obelisk the Tormentor, so that's already way too much to ask, whose original attribute is Divine. Why did they have to mention that? Oh, because you can change the name of a monster to Obelisk. Oh, Ruffle Element, don't kill me. You can tribute 2 face-up monsters except that Obelisk. Destroy as many monsters your opponent controls currently, and if you do, inflict 4,000 damage. Well, I can actually maybe think of a few FTKs that could be cute, but it's once per turn, unfortunately, because it would be nice to flip 2 cards like this on your opponent's turn, but nah. During the main phase or battle phase, you can banish this card from your grave, add 1 Obelisk the Tormentor from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 Obelisk the Tormentor face up. Like, if this card actually allowed you to tribute using your opponent's monster, it would have been insane. Well, obviously at this point it would have been like unfair, except if it said like tribute only 1 monster your opponent controls, then maybe it could actually be used as a, I don't know, maybe like a tech in trap decks. I think that would have been like a nice way of making this card like not too garbage, but now it's like beyond garbage. I mean, there's actually nothing positive that I have to say about this card. I'm sorry, man. Alright, let's go into the next card, Evolution Result Burst, normal spell. On top of that, it's once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except with spell effects. Also, add 1 Overload Fusion from your deck to your hand. Oh, an Overload Fusion Searcher. Also, the maximum number of attacks per battle phase this turn of any monster you fusion summon using 6 or more materials. So what the frick? With Overload Fusion, this turn is equal to the number of materials used for its fusion summon. Bruh, why? Dude, it's not even like we had like freaking Future Fusion pre-errata or something, so this is not a boost to Cyber Dragons at all. Like, you don't need Overload Fusion, like, well, you don't need a Searcher when you have Anaconda, and on top of that, like, you only want to play 1. It's not like you were desperate to play, like, multiples. And this is not searchable by core either. It's not like a Cyber Speller Trap. So if it was a Cyber Speller Trap, I would be complaining way less. But it also only searches Overload Fusion, and it locks you out of the, well, it locks you out of any special summon, which is kind of bait. So you have to do this at the very end of your plays, and using 6 or more. Bro, why 6? This is so much. Oh my god. I rarely have 6 or more machine monsters in my graveyard when I'm playing Cyber Dragons. Unless you're playing Galaxy Soldier, then you're already fueling your graveyard with a lot of machines, but bro, this is not a good card for Cyber Dragons at all. 1,000,000,000% unplayable trash. Alright, the next one, the Great Soul. Hopefully it is great. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If a Dragon Synchro monster is on the field, special summon up to 2 Resonator monsters and or level 1 Dragon monster from your deck. The effects are not negated though. So this I actually kind of appreciate. You can summon Brotor on your opponent's turn. So I guess you can, the thing is it's a trap card. So obviously if this was a normal spell card, then you could argue it's a little too good. So I'll give you that. But as a trap card, summoning Resonator monsters on your opponent's turn is not the best, so it's already way too slow. It's like a turn 2 to turn 3 card. And if there's no level 1 dragon that actually interrupts your opponent, I do not see the purpose of playing this card, because whichever monsters you summon, believe me, they're not staying on the field. Definitely not, unless you're resolving this on your opponent's end phase. But the requirement is very heavy. It's a Dragon Synchro monster, so if you break, you cannot use this card. It's not an engine starter. Anyways, when a monster effect is activated, if you control a level 10 or higher Dark Dragon Synchro monster, level 10 or higher, what? Not even like level 8 or higher, so you can't even use like Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. That's a lot to ask, to be honest. You can banish this card from your grave, negate that effect, and if you do Synchro, 1 Synchro monster you control gains 2,000 attack until the end of the next turn. This part of the effect doesn't really matter, well, the gain 2,000 attack, because, I mean, who cares? It only negates monster effects. It would have been cool if it was like a, kind of like a Tribegate Oath in the graveyard, where you can negate like anything. And then you could say, oh, well, it beats Dark Ruler and Forbidden Drop, so it's nice, but it only negates monster effects, and this is not the best, so, I mean, you might as well just play cards that have less strict requirements. So I really cannot see a single competitive or even almost casual application for this card. Even if I'm trying to play Resonator to its like rogue level, but like optimized rogue level, I would not consider this card whatsoever, because it's a trap card that doesn't actually get you anything on your opponent's turn that actually hurts your opponent, and it's just not the best. So far so bad. Let's get into the fourth card. Dragon King's Myth, Dragon King's Legend. Well, it's either one. A quick play spell card, you can only use one effect among the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn, so the same annoying condition that we have on Cyber Dragon Core. Now, one issue that I have with kind of Konami recently is that we have these once per turn clauses on cards that suck. Well, again, to be fair, this kind of deserved a once per turn just because of the fact that if you flip 2, your opponent dies. But I mean, for other cards, I just can't see how you can loop anything. So why would a card be once per turn for no reason? Because now if you ash the card, you can't use another one, so you always get punished heavily for playing multiples, which is very shit. And I mean, when you look at cards like Engage, the card clearly needed a once per turn restriction, and it's not. So Konami is just a little inconsistent, and I feel like they know exactly what they're doing. They know when they are putting unfair, well, they're not putting restrictions on cards that are unfair because they want those cards to be unfair in decks, because they want the deck to be competitive so people actually buy it to, you know, do well at tournaments. But sometimes when they want to just give casual support to people, they make cards garbage on purpose, and I'm just not a big fan. Anyways, target one dragon monster you control, double its current attack until the end of the turn. Then, if your opponent controls a dragon monster, the targeted monster's effect activations cannot be negated this turn. Why would you play this? During your main phase, you can banish this card from your grave, special summon in defense. One of your dragon exceeds monster that is banished or in your grave. Now, this is not too bad. I don't dislike it too much, but don't go thinking that it's great. Like, you can only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn, so you would have to, if you want to use this effect, which I think is actually much better than this, I don't know, man, because the thing is, your opponent's not controlling a dragon monster if you're going first, so it's not like you could say, oh, well, you can protect yourself from Valor and stuff. You really just freaking can't. And doubling the attack of your monster also just isn't the best. So yeah, only this effect is really good, so you're gonna have to like find a way to like discard this card, like Melody of Awakening Dragon or something, and then revive back from your grave. But just play Return of Dragon Lords or Monster Reborn, cards that even in decks that really want to play the cards, they were considering not even playing some of the cards that revive to begin with. So why would you be playing a worse revival card only for Dragon Xyz monsters? Bruh. My philosophy on Yu-Gi-Oh! Is don't give support if it's not going to see, like, any play at all. So yeah, my god. Graceful Song Under a Frosty Moon. Again, the artwork though is gorgeous. I'm gonna give it to Konami. They're doing such a good job consistently at always giving us fantastic artwork on pretty much any card, even if the cards suck. But anyways, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Special summon one level 4 or lower fairy, spellcaster, winged beast, or beast warrior. Not beast, so this is actually racist for one of the brigade of tri-brigades. Monster from your hand, and if you do equip it with this card, then you can return all dragon monsters on the field to the hand. It's an equip spell, but it's not like it actually worked in Warrior. During the end phase of this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there while it was face up in the spell and trap zone this turn. During the end phase is already such a huge keyword. You can add one polymerization spell card, one fusion spell, or one fusion parasite, bruh, from your deck to your hand. What fusion parasite, Jesus. Okay, alright, let me think this through. How the hell are you ever going to do anything with this first effect? How? One level 4 lower fairy spell. Bruh, oh my god. And returning all dragon monsters on the field to the hand? I mean, you can argue in a dragon-heavy format, this is actually not too bad. It doesn't target, it doesn't destroy, so it actually kind of hurts your opponent a lot, but to be fair, it will get just bounced back or something. But I definitely don't dislike. I think this is actually probably the best out of all the cards that we had up until now. But if it actually included Warrior in the text and not just Fairy, Spellcaster, Winged Beast, and Beast Warrior, it would have been infinitely better. I cannot see a lot of applications for this, and yeah, sure, during the end phase, you can search Super Poly. So I do believe that this is kind of cute, but I don't think there is any, yeah, there's like no, obviously no fusion spell hand trap or card that you can use on your opponent's turn, but still on your end phase, while you have Super Poly Search, you can use it right away on your end phase. So that's definitely something that I can respect. So yeah, literally, out of every single card up until now, this is hands down the best. And now, Prisoners of Destiny. Continuous trap card. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. My smile says a lot. Look at this, man. Once per chain, if a Link 4 monster is Link summoned, what in the actual flying frick? You can place one counter on this card. Just getting one counter is already way too hard. It's a trap card. You're doing all your summoning on turn 1, and then you set this card after summoning 25 times, and then your opponent plays. Oh my god. Maximum 3. Good luck getting there. Then you can apply one of these effects depending on the number of those counters on this card. So one counter, declare one card name, and for the rest of the turn negate the activated effects and effects on the field of that of the cards with the original name. I actually kind of like this in a way. It's like a prohibition that's very cute. But I don't know how to say it, it kind of sucks. So, yeah, 2 counters, special summon, 1 level 4 lower monster from your grave, Rocket Tracer, and that's it. Yeah, send this card to the grave, and if you do, special summon 1 Link 4 monster from your extra deck. Now, this is cute, but again, how are you getting 3 counters? It's a Link 4 monster that you have to Link summon. Well, even your opponent can Link summon and you get the counters. But this is very niche. Like, very, very niche. Competitively speaking, this card has 0 potential at all. Very, very hard to resolve any of these effects. So, yeah. In conclusion, garbage support. I don't know why Konami does that, like I said. What the frick? I don't know if there's anything else, but... yeah, I mean, just, yeah, no, not good. Right. I don't know what you guys actually think of these cards. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, of course. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Motivates me a lot to just keep existing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.